And we continue with Dr. Mark Hitchcock and Blood Moons Rising, this very compelling book we've been offering all week, all month here on 100 Huntley Street. Mark, welcome back. Good to see you.
Great.
We left last time talking about Jesus Christ as the great general, the commander of all, coming down and from heaven with the bride of Christ, the church, his followers, his redeemed, arriving on earth and defeating Antichrist and all the armies of the earth in their rebellion. And it's not a pretty picture. What happens then after the very last enemy of Christ is destroyed or defeated?
Well, like the very end of chapter 19, it says the beast, that's the Antichrist, and the false prophet, his henchmen, are thrown alive into the lake of fire. There's two people in the Old Testament went to heaven without dying, Enoch and Elijah. Two go straight to the lake of fire without dying. It's a powerful picture.
It's interesting insight.
But God deals with the false prophet there and the beast, the Antichrist. Then in chapter 20, he deals with the third member of this unholy trinity. He deals with Satan. And it tells us there when Jesus returns that Satan is bound in the abyss for 1,000 years. And Jesus sets up his kingdom on this earth, the Messianic kingdom that's promised throughout the Old Testament.
So the Antichrist is destroyed, false prophet is destroyed, they're thrown into the lake of fire, eternal damnation or whatever those equivalents would be. And then Satan is dealt with.
Yes.
And then at that transitional point, this is the establishment of the 1,000-year reign of Christ on earth?
That's right. Yeah, we call it the millennium. It's the word, obviously, mille means 1,000, annum, so it's 1,000 years when Christ is going to rule and reign on this earth. And what Christ is going to do is fulfill what the first Adam was supposed to do, what we're supposed to do, taking dominion over this earth. But the first Adam and everyone since him, we failed. Well, Jesus is going to come and rule and reign and make this world what it should be.
And this will be an era of peace?
Yes, peace and prosperity. Those are the two main keys to the millennium, peace and prosperity. And you think about what do people want more than anything else? What does every politician tell them? We want peace and we want prosperity.
Mark, will Jesus literally, physically reign on this earth? With his physical presence, his resurrected form be here on this earth during that time?
Jesus will be here. Jesus is forever God. He's forever man. He's a God-man. And he will be here ruling and reigning on the earth. And the only people that will go into the millennium in their human bodies will be those who've lived through the tribulation, who are believers. So they'll actually be living here on the earth during the millennium, and they will be having children and procreating and populating the earth. We will be there in our glorified bodies, ruling and reigning with Christ on the earth.
After the rapture of the church, during the tribulation, will there be people who will understand the gospel for the first time and come to faith in Christ?
Yeah, and to me that's a beautiful thing. I call it great revival during the Great Tribulation. And that's beautiful. Even during the darkest time in human history, in that tribulation period, God is going to bring millions of people to himself. Some of them will live through that entire tribulation, and then will go on into the millennium and populate this kingdom on the earth that Christ is going to bring about.
You don't want to miss this book. You got to get it. And we're coming to our closing interviews of the month, but this book is still available. You need to get it, Blood Moons Rising. I am so very, very grateful for the messages, the thoughtfulness. This is practically written, theologically strengthened. You need to get this book, Blood Moons Rising.